I see a few of you have joined. Can someone please confirm if my screen is visible? Can you guys hear me well?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just waiting for a few more people to join, then we can start. I think okay, they joined. So let's start. Any doubt till here, guys? I am adding disk. I'm explaining this to you. The name, size, and the disk type. Just focus on this one because I will be very clear with my request, and your interviewer will be very clear with his questions or her questions, and your request which you get in real time, it will be also clear. So disk type, if someone says, you should know that they're talking about whether it is premium SSD, standard HDD, what is it. Okay, so you'll get it. You should know from where to select it. And size, these are two factors which will definitely matter. If I have asked for HDD and if you give me SSD, that's a blunder. Then name, I will leave it up to you. Don't just leave it on the default name. Okay, I leave it up to you. Give any name, any fancy name, or any uh, creative name, or any meaningful name. For example, let's say this one is I'm doing for data. Okay, I want SSD. So I've selected SSD and 16 GB. Or let's say I want HDD and I want it for 4 TB. So that's too much. That's like 256 GB. Something like this. Okay. So before you select OK, come here and check whether you have selected everything correctly and then hit OK. Okay. So this is how you add disk, guys. Is it clear? And the next thing you do, it's just click next, and you will have your machine. Any doubt, guys, still here?
No.
Okay. One more thing. Before we create it, I am not sure what is missing here. Can you guys see something? What is missing here? But before that, do you think that I can have 10 disks on every machine? I mean, whatever size I have told you, and I tell you, normally this size, let's say, this size I'll ask you to create, and I'm asking you to attach 10 data disks to that. Is it possible?
10 data disks would not be possible. We have to, change the size. We have to change the CPU, and we have to create more memory to it so that we can create more than one disk to it.
No, it has nothing to do with memory and CPU, by the way. But yes, size it has to do with.
Size should be.
Yeah,
Size
look at
should
this.
be.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
So here, if you go, yes. Who's that?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Yeah, you can continue.
No, tell me. You have any question?
No, I was just answering that question, like
No
which you
problem. We
asked.
are already here. Yes. So here, look at this size, this one, guys. I told you specifically that when you are remembering this question, explain the size. So there you can talk about data disk also. So look at this. If you take this size, maybe your let's say that your purpose or your requirement is 2 virtual CPU. Your application should be good enough. It will work perfectly fine with 2 virtual CPU and 6 GB RAM and 16 disk. To a requirement like that, would you suggest this? Would you work on this size of machine, or do you think this machine is suitable? I want 2 CPU, 6 GB RAM, and 16 disk.
No,
And why not?
It's not suited.
because in two CPUs you can only create eight data disks,
No,
and at least 7 GB of RAM is required.
it's nothing like that, guys. Do not there's no calculation like this. Okay, that if it is 2 it has to be 8. Nothing like that. You will see some size जहाँ पर ये 2 है और ये 16 होगा. So don't get into that maths. ये कोई ऐसे किसी तरह का correlation नहीं है that if it is 2 it has to be 8. Nothing like that. Okay, it's purely machine size. You don't have to remember nothing. You will simply say what is the parameter you're gonna check. How many disks did you say? 16. But no, sorry, this size supports maximum 8 disk. This is not because only 2 CPUs are there. Maybe tomorrow you will see they make some changes कि इस size में 4 CPU कर दिया और disk फिर 80 रखेंगे. Or maybe they will keep 2 CPU and disk they can keep 16. So do not get into this calculation. Okay. Okay, if CPU 2 hai, RAM 7 hai, then I can only have 8 disk. No, that is not the case. You simply stick to this one, this parameter. You don't have to remember. You have to come here and check. Okay, let's say that if I have given you one task that use BS1 size and I want 10 disk, you'll simply come here and check if that particular size supports 10 disk or not. Which size are we dealing with, by the way? We have been dealing with standard B1S. Okay, let's search for that. Where will I get standard B1S? Can someone look for it? It's a B1S, so it's in B series. B1S standard. Okay, so it's in B series. Somewhere here we might find.
I guess it's under version 2.
B1. Okay, B series version 2. B1S. Do we get? Do I have it?
No.
No, I don't have it. Why don't I see it, guys? Why do you see it? Why don't I see it? One word answer. I will accept the one word. What is the key difference here?
It's your pay-as-you-go
Perfect.
subscription.
Subscription type. Perfect. That is the answer I was looking for. So mine is not pay as you go. Mine is trainer subscription. But yes, if I go to pay as you go, I will see some different sizes here. Now you know why you don't have to remember. You don't have to do anything because it is different for you, different for me. It will be different for enterprise agreement. Microsoft will customize it for everyone. Not for everyone literally, but you will see different options. Okay, so you don't have to remember anything, you don't have to make any calculations. Simple thing, you just understand the logic. If I have asked you to create a 5 disk in this size, you simply have to come and check, okay, this size, does it support 5 disk data disk? This is the parameter we are checking. This supports 5 disk, fine, we can create it. If I'm telling you that if I want 10 disk, then this is not supporting. You will not be able to attach more than 8 disk. And this is data disk we are talking about, guys. Okay, operating system disk, every size whatever it is, there will be only one OS disk. Is it clear?
Yes.
Anyone else, guys? Any doubt? Did not get it? How to remember it? You don't have to remember it, by the way. So is this clear, by the way? What is this means? This data disk means, it means the maximum data disk which you can attach to a virtual machine. That is what it means. RAM we know, CPU we already know, IOPS we are going to discuss later, temp disk we are going to discuss later. Okay, now this one, you know whether premium disk is supported or not. Let's say that I have asked you, I want only 2 disk, one is premium SSD, one is standard HDD. Okay, so let's see if I have any machine size which doesn't support premium disk. Everywhere I see supported. Again, it is supported. Okay, guys, if I tell you that I want only 2 disk, no matter what CPU are you taking, no matter what RAM are you taking, I'm not worried about it. I want only 2 disk. One should be premium SSD, one should be SSD. One should be premium SSD, one should be standard SSD. Will this machine size good enough for me? It has CPU, what I'm asking for, fine. It has good RAM. I'm asking only for 2 disk and it has maximum I can attach 8 disk. And I'm happy with this price also. But is this machine size good enough for me, for my requirement? My 2 disk, what I'm looking for, it's one is premium SSD, one is standard HDD. So is this machine good enough for my requirement, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, who said no? Someone said no.
Anisa,
Was it you? Yeah. And why do you think it's not so suitable, Anisa?
because in premium disk, it is written as it is not supported.
Perfect. Yes. Whoever said yes, look at this one, guys. It's okay. It has good CPUs. It has RAM. It is number of disk. It is fulfilling that information. But I've specifically told you my 2 disk and one of them will be a premium disk. is this machine size supporting premium disk? Look at
No.
this. It is not supporting. Hence, this is not useful for me. So I'll have to go and search for some other size, maybe some other machine size. But you don't have to do it, guys. Okay. But being an implementation engineer, what we are learning for, what we will be applying for, how we will be portraying your role, that you are working as an implementation engineer, you don't have to worry about all these things. Your architect team will do this. They will come up with a size and you will exactly know what size you have to deploy. You just should be good at deploying the resources, that's all, and they will judge you on that only. But I need to explain it to you, so you should understand what is the logic behind it, because it should not be the case that you're claiming that you have been working from 3 years. That's fine, you are working as a deployment engineer, but if you're working from 3 years, don't you know all these things? So you should know these things. So is it clear, guys, still here, that what does it mean and why the size of the machine is important for us? Okay, so now let's quickly go ahead and check. Let's say if this size, the one which I have taken, it is supporting or not. Fine. So I go to disk. These are the disk I wanted, or let's say I want only. Okay, look at this guy. This is what I was talking about: premium disk and standard disk. So if you take that machine size, premium will not be available here. वो दिखेगा ही नहीं आपको disk में. But my requirement is premium, so I'll go with a machine which supports premium. Okay, so these are the data disk. Now let's click on next, create. I hope that error is gone now. Let the machine get created. We will log into that machine and I'll show it to you how those data disk will appear. Okay, while this is being created, guys, please feel free to ask any questions if you have. Yes, guys, do you have any questions? Yes, no, maybe? No questions at all?
Hello.
Yes,
I have one question.
yes, tell me.
So as जैसा अभी आपने बताया कि हम लोग डिस्क जैसे कि डिस्क को हम लोग क्रिएट करते हैं, तो वो डिस्क हम लोग क्रिएट क्यों करते हैं, उसका यूज क्या होता है?
First thing, you won't have to worry about it at all. If your application
Okay.
team is asking, it's their hectic. They are ready to pay, it's their hectic. Just for your information, it could be anything. Maybe they want to keep some application data. Like in my laptop, I have created different segments of documents, media, movies, music, videos, recording, study material, whatever they want to do it. It's up to them. Maybe their application wants some folders where they want to keep some data. We don't have to worry about it. We should know how to create it,
Okay.
how to do this.
Understand.
Application owner, if they're ready to pay for this one, you just give them, because it's see, it doesn't even make sense to ask them, because application has complexity and it has complex issues and functionalities. For one API or maybe for one function, they need some other drive, some other disk. So even they will get irritated to explain it to you, that this is how my application works. This code will go from here, copy some data, put it here temporary, then pick this picture from here, then work on that. They don't want to do it. They'll simply ask, why do you want to know that? Right? So it's difficult for them and it's extra job for them, extra work for them to explain the functionality of their app. कि ये यहाँ से इस folder में जाएगा, यहाँ से आएगा. Why do you want to know that? Simply ask that. We are ready to pay. You give us what we are asking. As far as all approvals and everything is there, we don't even need to know. Any other questions, guys, while this machine is being created? Okay, it has been created already. Let's go ahead and check. Okay, this is the machine. First, let me RDP to that machine, and both machines I will show it to you on portal and in machine also. So I've clicked on RDP tool. It went to my first screen. I copied and pasted my IP address and I'm typing my user ID and password there. I should be in a machine in a minute. So this is the newly created machine. And this is my existing machine. Okay, these are two machines. At the left hand side, IP number 20. Can you see the IP? IP number 20.204.185. That's my old machine, which has only one data disk. Do not focus on temporary disk, guys. Okay, I will be discussing that later. And this Google Drive, it is my shared drive, so that is not again a disk. So ultimately, this machine has only one disk. This is the disk. If you want to check in disk management, I can show you that also. Keep an eye on the at the top left hand corner so you'll know which machine I'm working on. The IP address which starts with 4, that is our new machine with multiple disks. IP address which starts with 0, that is my old machine with single disk. So look at this. I told you ignore the temporary disk as of now. So how many disks it has? It has only one disk. Okay, now if I log in to this machine, to the new machine, how many do you see here, guys? If you ignore the temporary disk, yes, guys, how many disks do you see if you ignore the temporary disk? Guys, can you hear me? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes, so
Yeah, how many disks do you see?
in new game only one disk can be seen.
Yes, only one. So let me show it to you why. Whenever you put a memory card, guys, in your mobile phone, sometimes it will, appear directly, but most of the time you will have to format that and make it online, right? So similarly, in operating system also, once you attach the disk from portal, they will not appear here directly, but they will appear in disk management and you will have to come to disk management and online them. But this is not your job. Your job is till the time you assign those disks to server portal. Who will do this? Operating system level, who will do this? Your system admins. In this case, Windows admin. If it was a Linux machine, Linux admin. Okay, and when I give you a practical, here also I don't expect you to do this. You just attach those machine, I will come here and check. If I see those disk here, it's okay. I'm not gonna check here. यहाँ पे आके नहीं check करने वाला हूँ मैं, don't worry. What I will be checking is here. As far as you attach those disks will come here. Look at this. These are unallocated. If I want them, I can right click and you don't need to learn this. It's okay. Hence I'm going fast. I can do this and now it will start appearing over there. Now if I go and refresh it, look at this. It came here. This one, if I do, look at this, I will see another one. But this is not your job. For sure, this is not your job because you won't even have access to their server. This ID and password we are playing, we don't even get to log into their server. They won't even give us access to their server. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. What you have to worry about is just focusing on how to attach those disks at the portal level. Is it clear to everyone, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I keep on doing this and refresh, they will appear here in some time. Those are many large size disks, so they are still being formatted. And look at this, one more disk has come here, one more has come here. Can you see this now? So this is the difference. Ignore the temporary disk as of now. Okay, we are not dealing with temporary disk. I'll explain it later. So this has only operating system disk. This is operating system disk plus these disk yahan par. Okay? And when I give you task, you just have to assign the disk at the portal level. I'm just gonna check the portal. Maybe I won't even log in here. I can cross verify that at the portal itself. I will check it on the portal only, and you have to be answerable for portal only. Even your interview questions will revolve around your portal. No one is going to ask you and do this. No one is going to tell you what happens next. But you should know that even if they're asking now, you know that okay, you have to go to OS level and initialize those disks or online those disks, something like this. You can say we had Windows team for that. So now if I go back to portal, look at this machine. This machine, if I go and I check disk, how many disks do I have? Data disk. Whenever now I'm saying this, guys, I'm definitely talking about data disk. Because why? Is OS disk optional? No. Can we have 2 OS disk? No. Can I have 0 OS disk? No. So even if I'm saying how many disk do I have something, I'm referring to data disk. I don't have to say it again and again. It is implied that I'm talking about data disk. Why? Because OS disk, it is by default there. It has to be 1. It cannot be 2. Is it clear to everyone? Any question till here?
Yeah.
What about others? Is it clear, guys? Do you have any questions, any doubt, anything you want me to repeat? Any practical, any theory? Joseph, Anisa, Ganesh,
It's
Elias,
it's clear,
Jyotsna,
Sohail.
clear to everyone?
It's clear.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now the task is not only related to new build and creating the disk at the time of machine creation. Now, what if I already have created a machine and now I want you to attach a disk? How would you do that? So let's come here. This is the machine. And I tell you on this machine, I want an extra disk, a data disk. Okay. So you'll go to this machine. Which machine I'm referring to? This one. Okay. You go to disk and you click on create and attach it. Similar manner, exact same manner. What you did there, simply I have to just do it here and click on save, and that's done. What is the error message here? Very basic. This not even an error. I mean, don't send an error like this or a screenshot. What is the error message, guys?
You need to enter the name of the disk.
Yes, I'll just say something, maybe a disk to be deleted because I'm going to delete it. Okay, and just save it. That's it. And you have now attached a disk that is successfully created. Updating virtual machine. Once this is done, I'll go to my virtual machine and I'll check that. Great. Let me go to the machine. Can you see, guys? It's already there. Though it's not gonna appear here, right? We know we have to make it online, etc. But disk is already there. I just have to initialize and create a new volume if I want. Again, this is not your job. You don't have to worry about it. But is it clear how to create a disk? How to create a
Yeah.
disk while creating a server? How to attach the disk after creation of the server? Now look at this. I got that disk here. Okay. Now I'm saying I'm done with the work. This is the disk. Okay. I'm done with it. I don't have any data there, or even I don't mind if data is deleted. Remove that disk. So do you think we can remove a disk from machine? A data disk. Okay. I'm again talking about a data disk. OS disk cannot be removed. OS disk cannot be edited. Nothing. Only one thing we can do in OS disk. I'll show it to you. But data disk, can I remove it? What do you think, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
There
course
is
we
no
can.
use, then we can remove it, right?
Yes, we can remove it. So you have to click here. But can we remove it? The question here is, can I remove it while machine is running?
No.
No.
Yes, you can.
Okay,
We have
whoever
to
says yes
deallocate it, then we
can.
have to.
Whoever says yes, can you please guide me how to remove it? I want to remove this disk.
When you click on that, do you see an option?
No. So let's
Disk
shut
to be
down the
deleted.
machine. Where is it? This is the name of the disk. Okay, so I
Okay,
clicked on the disk. I clicked on the disk. Do you see? I'm not able to delete the disk here.
Grayed out. Hmm.
By the way,
Yeah,
removing and deleting, these are two different options, guys. Okay. I'm asking you to remove the disk, not the delete disk. As of now, I'm not asking you to delete the disk. I want you to remove
right.
it from my from my OS. Yes, sorry, you're saying something.
Yeah, on the right side, there's a disconnect option,
Where is it?
logo. Right side, right side, right side.
What do you mean by right side? Sorry. Do you want me to click on this?
No,
This
same
one?
line.
So
Down,
next
down,
to
down,
the
down.
read only
Okay, this
drop
one.
down.
Fine. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, detach. Yes. Tell me.
Detach. Click on
Okay.
it.
Yes. Is it deleted though? Is it gone now?
No, it is not deleted,
Let me
but
save it.
Deleted.
it has been detached.
It has been detached. Yes. Let me save it first. And let's go back to machine and check if your disk is there or not. It is still updating. You'll have to wait. You can definitely not delete a disk which is attached. It's gone now. Let's go there. Check your machine. Is it gone? See, it's gone.
Let's go.
Okay, by the way, can I do the same thing? Can I detach operating system disk?
No, you
No.
cannot.
No.
Definitely
No,
not.
no.
Yes, because your operating system is your machine. You cannot. Okay. Now disk is gone. I ask you to delete it. Now you can search for disk like you were searching for machine and IP address. Now you can search for disk. What was the name of the disk? This is the
This
one.
to be deleted.
Now I can click or click on this. And now do you see option to delete? Now it's gone. Till the time it was here, I was still paying for it. No matter if it was connected to my machine or not, I'm paying for it because I have taken that much of disk from Azure, and I'm no matter I have data, I don't have data in that, whatever it is, I have taken that space, so I'm paying for it. Hence, I want you to delete it, which is not possible while the machine is running. So either you detach it and then do it. Okay. So one thing we know, we can add a disk, we can remove a disk for an existing machine, we can add disk while creating machine. Now the next question is, can I increase or decrease the size of the disk? I'm not asking you to remove the disk. Okay. I'm not asking you to remove the disk. But the thing is that with the disk which I have, let's say this one, this disk, what is the size of this disk?
128 GB.
128. I want you to increase it. So let's click on this disk. If you want to increase it, under the disk, here it is, size of that particular disk. If it is going too much, I'll cover it again next one. 122, 256 I want to go. I click save. I'll click on save. It is saving. So you can increase the size. By the way, can you increase the size of operating system disk? What do you think? Increase the size of operating system disk.
Yeah, we can do, but
Yeah.
I think we need downtime, right?
Yes, perfect. Yes, you can increase it, but you need to reboot the machine. Can I decrease the size of operating system disk?
Yes, we can.
No.
No, you
Yes.
cannot.
No.
No, you cannot.
No.
In Azure, you can never decrease. And this is very favorite question of every interviewer. You cannot decrease. You can increase it, but a reboot is needed. You cannot decrease the size. Even if you shut it down, whatever you do, you cannot decrease it. Once whatever you have taken it. You cannot decrease it. This applicable only for OS disk. What about data disk? Can I, now we just saw we can increase the size of data disk. Can I decrease the size of data disk? What is the size of this disk?
2 TB.
2
2
GB.
TB. 2 TB
2
it is.
GB.
No, not GB. It's 2 TB, guys. And I'm saying it's too much for me. I'm not using. I'm hardly using 500 GB and unnecessary paying for that. So I want you to change it to 512 GB. Can I say change it?
No.
No.
Now let's shut down this machine and check. For OS, it's definitely you cannot do it, guys. Okay, no matter machine is shut down or whatever. So this is the machine we are dealing with. Let me stop the machine. We have only 1 minute left or 2 minutes left. I hope I'm able to complete this one. I'm going to share some questions. Similar task of creating machine. I'm going to amend that and let you know. You have whole week. Practice the previous sessions also. If someone doesn't have access, let me know. Whatever the case is, let me know. Okay, let the machine shut down and then we'll see if we are able to reduce the size of your data disk. OS disk you cannot. Simple. Increase, yes you can. You required a reboot for OS disk. For data disk, you don't require a reboot for increasing. It's a bit confusion. Maybe I'll create a table or something for you, but it's better you practice and you'll understand this. So machine is shut down now. Go to disk. Guys, watch the video again if you have not understood that, watch it again please. Okay, this is the disk which was in question. Once I am under disk, I'm going to size of the disk. This is not size of the machine, guys. This is size of the disk. 512. Okay, reducing it's not allowed. Even here it is not allowed. Maybe it used to be, but it's not allowed here. So reducing, it's not an option in Azure nowadays. Look at this. Increase, I can do it from 2 TB to I can take it 4 TB. Reducing, it's not allowed. OS disk or data disk. You guys, only less than 30 seconds are left. I'm gonna stop the session. I will send these questions and some pointers to you and task also. Okay, see you guys next week. If you have any questions, feel free to put it on the group.
Okay, Sohail.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.